people go years without catching a fish. Yeah. I know of one guy that went 7 years. Yeah. That's fishing. You'd have thought he'd have made me a cup of tea, wouldn't you? But he hasn't. That's the kind of man he is. Yeah. I can see me. I can't try. Couldn't have tried any harder than that. I know.
So tell us how many. What happened this morning? And what was the story this morning?
The story this morning started early on, about 7:15. Within about 10 minutes, I had a fish on. Good fish on, probably a certainly double figure fish, which unfortunately got off. And then about 10-15 minutes later I had a fish of around about £7, which was a nice fish, but put that one back. And just in there now, I just had another good pull in there. But sadly can't get one for you on film today.
So how big £7?
Down there, didn't you?
Say again?
How big is £7?
£7, be about that big, something like that.
Oh.
Yeah, it was decent, yeah, nice fish. But that went back.
So how long have you been fishing in Farnley?
Farnley, this will be my 3rd year.
And what's it like here compared to other places?
Compared to other places, I've been lucky enough to fish all over the world. I've fished in Norway, Russia, Ireland, fished on some of the best rivers in Scotland, and this compares equally to any of those. When it's good, it's very, very good. And today should be perfect. The height's right, the colour's right, the conditions are right. It's just a question of plugging away, really. But
this is the time of year, isn't it?
It's a good time of year for it, yeah. But it compares to some of the best rivers I've fished on in the world. Yeah. Superb piece of water. We tend to like red flamethrowers, yellow flamethrowers, anything like that. Fish with a small dropper on as well, possibly.
Mine last week on a willy gun, which is like a mix of brown, yellow, drab compared to some of these, but it did the trick.
And the timing, knowing the river, knowing the lies, and there is an element of luck, yeah. You can go down a pool and fish it beautifully and not have a touch, and somebody will come in behind you and take one straight away, and that's just the luck of the draw sometimes. That's how it happens.
Last week there were 3 of us fly fishing this, and there was an husband and wife, Trevor and Audrey. Man, she only spins, but she went out here, she got a fish on, she shouted, landed it. We're still there with net, and 5 minutes later, another one. Two in 5, just 5-10 minutes, and then she went down to the bottom and got another one. So she was the only one in the day, and she got 3 fish.
And do you take them home, or do you put them back in again? What's the deal with that?
Personally, about 95% of my fish go back.
And they?
Yeah, prefer to put them back, unless if you get a really nice one that you might want to keep for a special occasion, whatever, then okay, but I like to see most of them go back and make sure that we've got continuity to the sport later on.
So the fishermen further up the hill, they can have one as well.
Fishermen in the future, I would like to think. I've got 2 boys myself, and one day they'll be fishing, so hopefully there'll be enough salmon left for them to catch. I'll tell you what was interesting last week. I caught a tagged fish. That's the first tagged fish I've caught out of here. I had a yellow tag from the Kielder programme. That was quite interesting to see that there's obviously some research going on in terms of fish stocks, fish movements and what have you. And so I took some scales off the back of that, and I have those ready to post onto the EA so that we can see what age that fish was, what its movements have been and so on.
Difficult, isn't it? You never know when you're going to touch one. But
is it still as exciting then? The buzz when one hits, is it still as exciting?
Yeah, your heart starts pumping. It's fantastic. Yeah.
It's like your first date.
There's a phrase in there's a phrase in salmon fishing, and the phrase is, particularly with fly fishing, the tug is the drug.
Yeah.
Basically, and you never lose that. Once you get that really good solid pull from a salmon, that's it. You don't really want to fish for anything else.
Seen John Yates in action. A shame he lost one just then, but that's fishing. But he did get 2 this morning, a 17-pounder and a 14-pounder further downriver, and a pool that we call Dead Tree Pool. So that's fishing for you.